Namaste everyone, welcome to Millionaire GRE. I am Punit. This is the third video on statistics. In the previous two videos, we had discussed about the concepts mean, median, mode, range and standard deviation. If you have not watched the two videos, please go through it before continuing with this one. You can get those videos on this YouTube channel. In this video, we are going to elaborate on those five concepts through something called stats table. And this is what the stats table looks like. Now let's explore this. Let's say there are three terms in a list, x, y, z, and the standard deviation of those three terms is d. Now think about this. If I add a constant to all the terms in the list, will the standard deviation change? If I add a constant k to all the terms, will the standard deviation change? Let's analyze. Let's say the three terms are 1, 3, 5 and I add a constant 100 to all the terms, I get this. Does the standard deviation change? Here in this case, mean is 3, because if you remember, in any arithmetic progression, mean is equal to median. Here the terms are in AP because there is a constant difference between any two consecutive terms. So terms are in AP. So median will be equal to its mean. Here mean is 3. Distance from mean is 2. Distance from mean is 2. In this case, mean is 103 because again median is equal to mean. This distance is 2. This distance is 2. So in both the cases, the terms are equally scattered from the mean or equally deviated from the mean. Hence, the standard deviation is equal for both the cases. Okay, standard deviation depends on the distance from the mean. It's equal because the terms are equally scattered. So addition of a constant does not change standard deviation. Similarly, subtraction of a constant does not change standard deviation. Now, if you were to multiply a constant, will the standard deviation change? Let's see. If I multiply 2 to all the terms, I'll get these terms. Here mean is 6. Distance from mean is 4. Distance from mean is 4. Obviously here the terms are more scattered, more deviated from the mean. Hence standard deviation would increase. Now since I multiplied all the terms with 2, standard deviation will also get multiplied by 2. All the terms get doubled, the standard deviation will also get doubled. But we have learned something very important about standard deviation in the previous video. And that is standard deviation is always non-negative. Standard deviation can never be negative. So if you were to multiply minus 2 to all the terms, standard deviation will not get multiplied with minus 2. It will get multiplied with 2, not minus 2. So if you multiply k to all the terms, standard deviation will get multiplied by absolute value of k, not simply k, because standard deviation is never negative. Similarly, if you divide all the terms with k, standard deviation will again get divided by absolute value of k. So addition, subtraction of a constant to all the terms does not change standard deviation. But if you divide all the terms with a constant, standard deviation gets multiplied or divided by absolute value of that constant. Now let's talk about range. Let's say the range of the three terms x, y, z is R. If I add a constant to all the terms, will the range change? Let's figure out. Here range of 1, 3, 5 is 4. Range is highest minus lowest, 4. If I add 100 to all the terms, range still remains 4. 105 minus 101 is 4. So addition of a constant does not change range. Similarly, subtraction does not change range. But if I multiply a constant to all the terms, let's say I multiply 2 to all the terms, I get this. Here range is 10 minus 2, 8. If all the terms are doubled, range also gets doubled. So range changes if I multiply a constant to all the terms. But take note, range is also always non-negative. Similar to standard deviation, range is always non-negative. So if I multiply a constant k to all the terms, range gets multiplied by absolute value of k. We can check this. Let's say I multiply minus 2 to all the terms. This is the original list. I multiply minus 2, I get this. Here range is highest minus lowest. Highest here is minus 2, not minus 10. and the lowest is minus 10. So minus 2 plus 10 is 8. If all the terms get multiplied with minus 2, range gets multiplied by 2, not minus 2. Similarly, if I divide a constant to all the terms, range gets divided by absolute value of k. Okay. Range and standard deviation behave similarly. Addition subtraction has no effect on range. Multiplication or division by a constant means range also gets multiplied or divided by the same constant. Let's talk about mean. Let's say mean of these three terms is m, and you add a constant. Does the mean change? Let's see. Here mean is 3. I add 100 to all the terms. Mean becomes 103. So mean also increases by the same constant. Mean also increases by 100. So adding k to all the terms means mean will also increase by k. If you subtract k from all the terms, mean will also decrease by k. If you multiply a constant to all the terms, does the mean change? Let's see. Here mean is 3. Here mean is 6. Doubling all the terms implies that mean also doubles. So multiplying k to all the terms implies that mean also gets multiplied by k. Now take note, mean can be negative, average can be negative. Hence you will only multiply with k, not absolute value of k. Similarly, dividing k to all the terms, mean also gets divided with k, not absolute value of k. Okay, because mean can be negative. Now this property of mean is true for median and mode as well. All the three m's, mean, median, mode, will follow this property. And we have discussed the stats table, very important for the GRE. And with this we come to the conclusion of this video. We discussed mean, median, mode, range, standard deviation in some greater detail in this video. In the next video, we will be covering the concept of percentiles. I'll see you in the next one. Hope you liked it. Thank you.